What's up, everybody? So, just we're going to be talking about TrannyMaxxing. Um, I know it's like a really what the fuck kind of topic, but so let me go over why I even thought about it. So some months back, maybe even over a year ago, I heard the term on a YouTube video, and I never really bothered to look into it, but then I was reminded by hold on, let me put it up there. This video right here with Kendra G, and the person she's interviewing is a trans woman born a dude. And it reminded me of not only that phrase, but then remember I ran into somebody, or I used to work with somebody, who I'm pretty sure fixed the definition of TrannyMaxxing. Now, if you're familiar with the term, TrannyMaxxing means basically a dude that'll date a tranny if, for whatever reason. Looks, companionship, curiosity, whatever. But no, I don't think curiosity can fit. I think it has to be just maximizing your options, because everything, I'm not sure if it's just the incel sphere that does it, but anytime you put maxing on the end of something in this type of talk, they're talking about really just expanding your option and maximizing your options. They call hooker maxing is you're willing to hire hookers. It's just expanding your options to have someone to either get laid or I guess companionship, whatever. But before I get into this clip, let me give you let me tell you about the guy I'm talking about here. So he was messing with the trans woman that worked at the job. Um, who he was also married to. I'm not sure if that's called it Max, and but he was the only guy I ever knew that openly did this. He, I remember something that when I started to add things up here. The stories he would tell, because we worked in all the same section. The stories he would tell, it sounded like he's talking to somebody he's in love with. Like they're going. He went shopping with this person and he fucking helped them get like move their house, and just the glow that he kind of like had. And it's like I won't tell you all. Maybe I'll get into the stories, maybe. But anyway, but then this other guy that knew him for like 5 years at the time, he mentioned something about that's the most attractive woman that he could get, and it's like it's it's incorrect as it sounds. It still makes sense, right? Because you have to go. All right, I said I be this person, but I met the dude's wife. She's not a looker. So it's like, all right, is he taking the trade off of Mexican good hair trans dude over here or trans woman over here, uh, with penis and all, in exchange for like looks better than his wife? I guess I guess that's the question technically that you would have to like consider when that guy proposes that idea. So, and then I'm going to get to it in a second after this. I probably should do that one first. But anyway, so there's this YouTuber, trans woman, Blair White. She's did like at least two videos that I'm going to go over where she's talking about having a conversation with her boyfriend, and they get talking about this and that. There's something called a Kinsey skill. I looked it up briefly. It's basically they basically just ask a bunch of questions that obviously so you don't even need this fucking skill. It's basically you fuck dudes and chicks. Oh, you're probably this amount of gay, right? That's basically the Kinsey skill. but they entertain they have the conversations over several videos of like does like what uh, kind of or level of attraction gets you to like takes you from straight to gay, right? Now, obviously, with a lot of people, it's no, ain't no take you from MB. It's right. You're either right or you're wrong, which is really what they're saying. It depends on who you have the conversation with. That's accurate. So, but then there's 2022. There's a lot of people who are just like, nah, it's like you're straight until you actually suck a dick, and then it's gay. So it's diversity. We'll just leave it there. But let's go into this video here, and how do I do this? I don't think that made a difference, but whatever. I didn't write my points down, so bear with me. I'm probably going to be all over the place with this first clip.
Say one more time.
I don't care where they live, just as long as they are open to the idea of me being a woman of the trans experience.
Here's here's what does bother me. What people do with their life is not the problem. The problem, and there's evidence of my ideas with this when we were talking about women and hoe culture. My problem is when people start using soft ass language. And by soft language, I mean like they're just lying at this point, right? And this is the issue. It allows people to literally just redefine shit. What do you mean, woman of the trans experience? What I'm assuming is going on here is is a way it's another way to say don't even look at the trans part. It's just woman. Remember when I remember when I was on Twitter, I first saw the thread where somebody posted the same line over and over. Trans women are women, trans women are women, trans women are women, trans women are women, trans women are women. And it's like the question then is why are we even calling you trans then? Why do you call yourself trans if it's just trans women? So my stop trying to change the language. Just say what you are. That's my issue off the front with this um, situation. And for those of you who don't know, Kendra G is a media personality. She does like radio. She about about 8 months ago had a run in with Kevin Samuels, and she also like on the weekends does this matchmaking show. Which, by the way, you people who do matchmaking, I need to see y'all numbers because y'all are fucking trash. People on Married at First Sight, their their success rate is fucking trash. This is horrible. Y'all, at this point, niggas, you got if you go on these dating shows for anything other than entertainment, like you're a fool because they suck. They suck. But let's continue.
Got you. Okay, so he is a trans man. She is a trans. Is it proper to say she is a trans or he is a trans?
Yes, yeah, she.
She. Okay, she is a trans. Thank you for that.
No,
They
you're fine.
before we go further, they said, "Do you do your own makeup?" Because it looks like she that came up here flawless with gay. Like, what type of men are you into?
So, I am a post-op trans woman, so that means I don't have a penis. However, I am looking for a heterosexual male, someone who is only attracted to women.
So not gay.
Not gay.
Okay. All right. So not so. Okay, you want a straight man that's into women.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I'm a woman. I'm a heterosexual woman of the trans experience, and the way that I put that is that I'm a woman of the trans experience. So I'm a woman by way of transitioning.
They both look really uncomfortable trying to do that dialogue. Which listen, this instead of doing all of that, the simple thing should have been, hey, look, fucking yeah. I don't have a dick anymore, but trans women, it, don't. I've seen this on different shows, different like mainly reality shows, where it's this idea of completely straight because you're completely a woman. Here's my for one. Let's say this. I wonder if trans women understand that even if let's just say dudes were just like fuck it, we're just going to be open to trans. I wonder if they understand that they would have to take the the leftover dudes that biological women don't want, right? Like, would trans women be interested in incels, dudes who can't get laid or companionship at all? Which is, we're going to get this technically with this video. One of the things this video is about. So I'm pretty sure, based on how I've seen them interact with people, that they again they're in the mindset of, well, I'm a woman, so why would I have to settle for anything less than what women have to settle for? And it's like, have you been paying attention to the internet? Biological women and biological men, nobody's getting shit. Nobody. Everybody sucks. No pun intended. Nobody's getting a damn thing that they want. Right? So when you insert not exactly woman, why would you think you would get exactly the same value? That doesn't make any fucking sense. You're going to get the trash. Let's be real. You're going to get the trash. The dudes who aren't strong, dudes who are short, dudes who are awkward, the dudes who are addicted to something, video games, porn, drugs, whatever, dudes on my 600-pound life, like those are your options. But we're just going to act like we don't get that. So, but here's the thing, and it again, this person says I don't have a penis, but you still got that big ass head, you still got them big ass hands, you still got that big ass back, you still got them big ass feet. Like you're still there's still so much shit. Like them heels, I'm sure you wear when you pop like them some big ass feet in them heels. A dude has to be okay with exchanging. Have like my longest relationship. Like she had really small hands, but they were attractive because they look like you compare them to mine. It's like I could like grab her whole fist. So grabbing my is not the same. It wouldn't be the same. So there's all of that they have to trade and bait you. So you can't think you're going to get the same shit. It's impossible. And to think that is preposterous. I hope I use that right.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
And you no longer, and you said you volunteered to tell us that you no longer have a penis.
No, I don't.
So look, I don't know much. And
I seen this chick named Samantha Luck. She recently had a back and forth with Abba and Preach. And in one of her videos, she was describing the process after that surgery. They have to several times a day stick a dildo in themselves, keep it from closing. Also, hair grows in there because literally, I did a reaction to the animation of that surgery. It's literally just slicing it up in several different ways and then sticking it back in. That's their vagina. Again, you're trading actual vagina for that. How the hell can you possibly go? Oh no, I'm just a woman. I'm just a woman. No, you can't say that.
if I'm invasive, you don't have to answer. So now do you have
No,
to?
I'm an open book. This is
So,
educational. I'm sure I'm educating a lot of people right
okay,
now. This is
so
fine.
That is really arrogant because to really just redo language and go, "Oh, I'm educating you." It's like it feels insulting when people do that. Like it's almost hard to have an actual conversation with someone who does that.
Okay, so let's go. So, do you have a vagina now then?
I do. I have a vagina. I have an
Oh,
operable. I have an operable vagina. It works the same exact way that a woman's does, that a biological cisgendered woman's vagina works.
okay, okay. All right,
I
so
just don't. I just don't have a menstrual cycle, and I can't bear my own children.
Let's repeat that. I have a vagina. It works the same way a woman's does. I just can't do the same shit that they do. Just like insert that one guy here where he's just like, really, really. That's you can't do any of this. Like, can you self lubricate? That would be scary. Like, this is not supposed to be a rebuttal video, but technically, is this section of it is that so whatever.
shit, I wish I didn't have a menstrual cycle. Like, but you can't bear children. Okay. And then you said you want a straight guy. What about a bisexual man?
Okay, another thing for any trans woman that sees this, women don't do this. Women don't just open. They don't just invite in competition. They don't do that. So you have to know, biological woman does not see you as competition. So if you see you as her, you have to realize she's like ha 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 psych. Come on in, sure, like sure whatever. So you can't like even like the fact that they're inviting you in has to tell you that they just see you as like not really.
I will date a bisexual man. That's why honesty is like a huge thing for me because communication is everything.
Okay. Yes. And when do you tell a person when you meet them that you're trans?
If it is someone that I am pursuing, to have a deeper relationship with other than just acquaintance or associate or friendship, like if this is someone that I could see myself being intimate with, then I will disclose that information.
Well,
Um, I'm gonna just end it there. But by the way, y'all should probably lead with that. When I say upfront, obviously don't do it when they like ask for your number if they don't notice because you don't know what that could turn into. But when they text you, immediately like trans here is that fine. All right, that's your for your safety, whatever. All right, so we're going to remove that, and then we're going to go to one of Blair's video. Damn it, I lost it. Hold on. Let's start with this one. I think I forgot the timestamps, or I think I left it there on the timestamps. Okay.
I think men who are attracted to trans women are none of the above. I think they're their own kind of thing, and there's just not easy language for it. There is a word, but it's incredibly long and sounds gross, which is why people don't use it. The word is gynandromorphophilic, which sounds like you have some kind of disease.
I think the word she just said is basically because they took up really quickly is the definition I think is when you're like okay with either trans woman or biological woman. I think that's what the word means. I didn't go back far enough. So I just explained it there.
Oh, yeah. Which is so clearly people aren't going to use that word ever. In the trans community, I feel like it's really foul because people tend to call people like you chasers, which is like, which sounds derogatory. You know what I mean? Like it sounds like mean.
Yeah, that sounds pretty mean. So for all intents and purposes, obviously the easiest word to describe my sexuality is straight.
Now, his let's go back.
Wrong with being a little gay. Everybody's a little gay.
Except if
Now, if you haven't, this is Blair Rice. Still, if you like right over here, why I'm not getting blood surgery, still has a penis. So now they're at the point where it's like, okay, his sexuality is still straight, even though his girlfriend has a dick. So now the question is like, can you bang somebody who has say she's had facial Blair's had facial whatever. Blair's had facial surgery now looks in the face, because you can sometimes see the hands in the face, looks like a woman. So this is the case where basically he's in a moment like, look, there's a clip that I was looking for, but I can't find it. I don't know what videos it's in, but he says, um, I don't like any the type my type of woman is a hot chick, and he was basically saying that a trans woman who just so happens to be whose surgery has worked out and is considered a hot chick, that's what I like. So therefore, I'm not gay. I just like a really attractive women. Was point. I want to just throw in that I couldn't find the exact clip of this either, but Tommy did one on this specific subject, and he had a guy on there that said, "Yo, look, I'll take a good-looking trans over a ugly chick anyway." Now, obviously, you say that if those are your options, obviously, and if those are your options, now it's like that right there is the very definition of TrannyMaxxing, right? So, it, no pun intended, gets a bit deep. Well, depends on who you are. I'm pretty sure it's like, nope, not even entertainment. Fucking gay, fuck it. I'm not sure how long I wanted to let this play. I think I wanted to play a minute through.
If anything, it feels gayer because I do all the dishes and cleaning, and Blair doesn't help around the house at all. No, for real.
But obviously, we're self-aware enough to realize that it's not perfectly that.
Right.
And we're not super hung up on like how to fit it perfectly into one particular box the way other people want it to fit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of like, who cares?
No, I get
You
it.
know
Yeah,
what I mean?
there's no reason.
Even as someone who's very like interested in like gender and sexuality, that's one of the main topics of my channel. But even I can't fathom like getting caught up in like really wondering that hard about it. You know what I mean? Long and short, you're attracted to biological and trans women. That's kind of what that is.
Right.
It's, I feel like if you don't have a sense of humor about it, you're just gonna be miserable.
But it's like having a friend that's like only into pregnant chicks or something, you know? And it'll be like, so what is
That
it
makes
about
it
pregnant
sound
chicks?
weird.
It is weird.
Okay. Is that a fair comparison? Because ironic, I'm not sure if he like noticed he did that, but he went from people, women who can't get pregnant even if like they prayed or had, well, I don't know. I think they do have. I don't know if that was a joke or they really can have like uterus transplant surgery. I'm not sure. I didn't look up that. I forgot all about that to look it up for this video. But is that really a fair comparison? Uh, if you like pregnant chicks, is it the same thing? Is being into fat chicks the same as being into trans women? Where there's no argument ever if a fat chick is a woman or a pregnant chick is a woman. It's just like they're a woman. They just have like fat. Is that equally comparable to say, oh, she's a woman, she just has a dick? Like, is that a fair comparison? Go ahead and throw that in the comment section. I wanted to go. I got 6:30 marked down. What is going on at 6:30?
Yeah, I went to my little brother's college. Oh God, he's probably gonna see this. And there was this waitress at this restaurant, and she was.
I'm like already getting like mad.
She was pretty hot, and
I'm already getting mad.
I took her on a walk on the beach.
You've never taken me on a walk on the beach.
Anyway,
I'm just gonna pretend I didn't,
Yeah, I'm just gonna edit that out. I'm from Virginia, and like I've never seen any trans people like ever, like never. So I took her on a walk on the beach, and I was drinking with her. We were drinking, and then we were gonna start hooking up, and she told me that she was trans. Okay, me never being exposed to any trans people, called her a faggot and almost kicked her ass. And I told her
It happens. That's real.
I told her to fuck off, lose my number, and never talk to me again. And I left her there. And I went home, and then I started drinking and laughing with my friends like it never happened. Okay? It was really shitty of me. But the next day, we wake up, and my friend is like throwing up or something. He's doing something, and my little brother is out with all of his classmates, and they're doing stuff. So I was just alone with my thoughts. Then I'm looking through my messages, and I'm like, damn, well, I really did hit it off with her, and I thought she was hot. I'm like, shit, maybe I'm wrong. I was like, maybe I'm wrong. So then I called her up and I apologized, and we got dinner, and everything was fine from there.
Okay, the reason I wanted that to play out is to kind of go into, okay, it, now I don't really know what to compare this to after I just shot down his comparison. Is that equivalent to like hiding your peas in the potatoes? You know what I mean? Like going, like getting all, like he said hooking up, but I think it was more so just talking about kissing and stuff. Like, how wrong is that? Because remember, they can, everything is rape. So how wrong is that for a trans woman to be with a guy who she might perceive as totally straight, and then just after whatever type of encounter they have to go, oh, by the way, I was born a guy. Is that, like, how wrong would you consider that to be? Or is that like, is that like a gateway to luring or reeling people in into the acceptance of it? I don't know where to go with this part, but I know that it fits in this question of TrannyMaxxing. Like a guy, what is it called? Just lack of a better term, unknowingly, to travel down that road and then go, well, I'm kind of down this road, so fuck it. This is where I'll just keep going. Because I don't know this guy. I don't know like how good he is with women. So like if you see your success rate by accident go up with in this area, is it a viable thing for certain dudes? Is like the main question of Trendy Max. And I want to go to the last video. It's another one of hers. It's called. Well, she titled it "Dressing Rooms About Our Relationship," but I just want to address this one question this person has. This video is too long. I didn't feel like this is probably the video I was talking about. I don't feel like digging all the way through it, so I'm just going to address this like I don't know, 45-second clip. Here we go.
Confused. Dot 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 dot. I'm a straight guy. Am I gay for wanting to nail you? And I think that one is so interesting because, first of all, obviously you worded it in a way that's funny. But, I always get a little bit confused myself when people act as if, like, being attracted to something or someone is confusing because, I don't know, I just can't relate to being confused by it. Like, I have always known what I've liked as long as I've been around. So I don't look at I'm never like, oh my God, I'm confused for being attracted to someone. Like, I can't relate to that.
Okay, so here's the thing with this, right? I'm pretty sure that person is talking about I don't want to be attracted to someone who has a penis, but they have went through the all whatever however many processes it took, makeup, surgery, hair extensions, whatever, wig, it doesn't matter. They put up all the things that make my male mind see what I would think is someone I'm attracted to, but then I understand that they aren't that. They are just putting that on is the question. And I think when people address this question as a nah, you know what you're attracted, I think it's really like extremely dishonest. Like that's like so let's go back to the last story, right? Where they didn't tell and again I really don't know how you get to that point. Like you know how we always used to see this on Jerry Springer and we're like, bruh, you thought that was an actual like chick like because again, the has whatever, you know what I mean. So like how do you get that far? But the I'm confused question, that's a legit question. Because you're what this person that sent that message in is like I'm assuming they're talking about Blair. Otherwise, why would they write that? Blair? But obviously, they're like, "Oh, I see your face." My mind is like, if you're a biological woman, it's like that's who you made with. Go do it. And then it's like, but yeah, but mine. That's not someone who can produce a child for me. Stop. But the mind, like I read a quote today on Instagram. It was like interesting facts, right? And it said your mind cannot tell either eye from each other. So if you damage one eye, your mind, your healing process might attack the wrong eye and fuck up that eye too. So when you take that and apply it to this, like your mind, you realize your mind is just automated to do shit, to just go whatever, fix shit, whatever, you know what I mean. It's just automated to do shit. So I think the way Blair answered half-assed dishonest.
Well, okay, as a guy that's attracted to good-looking women, it is a little bit confusing at first. I mean, but like, look, it's like if it walks like a duck and talks like a duck, you know what I mean? Because the thing is, it's
It's
like if
a
you see a hot girl, and you don't, a lot of people necessarily wouldn't even know you're trans
exactly
first.
if you're
So
trans.
That is an awful comparison by far. Like if it walks like a duck, talks like a duck, it could be a robot. It if you can dress a penguin up like a duck, and then like there are ways to make things seem like something that is not beyond humans. So I don't know why that I'll give him benefit of the doubt of just trying to grab something out of the air because that was a shit example. That was just fucking stupid.
If you're trans, then the goal is to assimilate into an aesthetic that is of the gender you want to be. And if you're actually attractive, then you're going to obviously attract people who are attracted to that gender. That's just how it works.
right.
So it's like, it's not confusing. People always ask, like, I have a confused boner.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, a boner is like the least confusing thing in the world.
You
It's,
get a
it's the
boner-
most honest thing you could have. It's like,
No, it's not. You're proof of that. I'm pretty sure. And here's the crazy. Never mind.
that's that's your truth.
And honestly, you get a boner from anything. Like you just look at something too long and get a boner. They just happen.
Does that happen?
I wouldn't say looking at something too long gives you a boner. I think that's a stupid analogy. Being a guy, if you're still healthy and young, you just get random ass boners. I'm a truck driver, and I would just be driving up the highway. It's, that's more so of I think what he's trying to say. Anyway, what do y'all think of TrannyMaxxing? And I've been playing around with the incel thing for a while. Like I remember, like before COVID happened, I was thinking, okay, Should incels and struggling single mothers get together and solve each other's problem? Meaning, not, and I'm not just remember struggling single, not struggling single mothers, not just the chicks who are just like who had a baby, but they obviously can still get pretty decent dudes. I'm talking about struggling on welfare, living in a sister crib, to McDonald's hamburgers all over the place. Should they and incels, dudes who nobody notices, should they get together? And now I want to add trannies to that list. Should dudes who have no reach to women whatsoever, should they be like, all right, fuck it, I'll open my options up to woman with penis? uh, be right. Now, don't unsub for this video. Don't do that. This is an awesome video. Anyway, be right, not positive. We out.